Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Tuesday Tips. Got the Gibberish. Come on in. I'm excited to be here with you today. If you are joining me live, please do say hello and let me know where you're coming in from. I would love to hear that. And if you are over on YouTube watching us, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button or ring that bell so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. So today, I want to talk about writing your own SOPs, and I'll actually define what an SOP is for you as well. But share with me in the comments what you did this past weekend. For me, I spent most of my weekend with my youngest grandchild who was here to visit. We had a lot of fun. Also, with my wellness company, I made some brownies, which were very, very delicious. So I did some different things around the house as well and some TLC. So I had a great weekend. I hope you did as well. I would love to hear about that. If you'd like to share that in the comments, that would be wonderful. So writing your own SOPs. Many business owners fall into a trap of thinking, I can just do it faster myself. Why do I need to document it? The best part about having a document and a tested SOP is having someone else do the task and do it exactly how you want it done. So what exactly is an SOP? You may be asking. At its most basic level, an SOP is a document that contains the instructions and steps required to perform a process or a task by one or more people. Your SOP can be highly detailed and include step-by-step instructions, screenshots, and videos walkthroughs. Or it can be very simple, short, and focused. You can create an SOP in various different ways. And like I said, it can be short, it can be long, it can have step-by-step instructions. Just depends what your task is that you're trying to create the SOP for. Okay, so here are some benefits of creating an SOP. Cohesiveness, consistent client experience. So like I'll use my business for an example, my virtual assistant business. I have team members, right? So if I have a client who's working with one specific team member, okay, my team member gets sick, okay, and is going to be out for a week or so, can't do any work because they're sick. Then I need to let a different team member take over for that client and do the work for that client. The work still needs to be done for the client. However, the first team member they were working with is unable to do the work because they're sick. However, if the first team member created SOPs for all the tasks that they did for the client, then the next team member can easily take over because they can follow their SOPs step by step and do the tasks the exact same way the first team member did it for the client. It's a win-win situation, right? For everyone. So, cohesiveness, consistent client experience, decreased training time. Therefore, if you worked with a virtual assistant and you had a specific task that you wanted done and you want it done the exact same way you have done it in the past, that can happen. If you have an SOP in place for that specific task, then you can share the SOP with the assistant that you're starting to work with, and they can do it just the same way you did, okay? So you don't have to train them to do it a certain way or anything. So it decreased training time. Boost efficiency. So if it's getting done the exact same way every single time, then it's going to get done quicker, right? And then quality control, right? You still have control over that task. However, you may or may not be the one actually doing it. Your assistant may be doing it for you, but they're still doing it the exact same way you did it, right? So how can you write your own SOPs? Here are a few tips on how you can do just that. Number one, take inventory of all the systems, programs, and reoccurring tasks. Prioritize these by what impacts your bottom line and what needs to be delegated. Number two, outline your process from beginning to end. That outline will help you fill out each section with the necessary steps to complete the task. Number 3, before you rely on your new SOP 100%, you need to review the steps and test the process. Check for any missteps or incorrect information. Number 4, review the SOP quarterly, or at least every 6 months. Programs go through updates and procedures can change. Avoid mistakes by reviewing and updating on a regular basis. SOPs can be very beneficial for you and your business, no matter if you have an assistant that you're working with or not. Of course, it's going to definitely help if you bring in an assistant to help you with your business. But it's also going to help streamline things and help things move a little more quickly. If you have an SOP, step-by-step or specific instructions for yourself or for someone else to follow to get that task taken care of. If you have any questions about anything I shared today, I'd be happy to answer questions you may have around SOPs. I also want to extend an invitation to those of you that may or may not be a member of Relationship Communications Facebook group. It's a free networking group to be a part of. So head on over to Facebook, put Relationship Communications in the search bar, and join the group. Introduce yourself, let us know who you are and what it is that you do. We also have once a month networking meetings. Our next one is going to be on September 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I do hope you'll add this to your calendar and make plans to attend and come network with others that are in the community. We have almost 600 members in the community, so it is growing, which is awesome. And, if you're looking to grow your network this year, this is a great way to do that. Also, if you're maybe wanting to learn more of the specifics of how to network effectively, I invite you to join the Networking Method Launchpad that is currently going on. It's called From Nothing to Networking. You have missed part 1 and 2. However, you can go back and catch up. You do have to sign up for this event to be invited to the private Facebook group where the event is taking place. And like I said, you can go back and listen to the replays of part 1 and part 2. There's homework involved. There's prizes involved. There's bonuses involved, all the things. The specific dates are September 10th, 15th, and 17th. So part 3 does take place tomorrow. However, like I said, it's not too late to sign up, and you can go back and listen to part 1 and part 2 and catch up. So it's not too late to join and start making the most of your networking efforts. So I hope everyone has a great week. Again, if you have any questions around anything that I shared today, please do reach out and let's have a conversation.